That's bad.
Alright, what's up guys? Today we're getting back to work on, I guess, the Mustang. So I got our end yoke for it a couple days ago. Had to get a U-joint for it to connect it to the flange for the rear axle. Gonna have to tap it in there a little bit. It's a little snug, but it fits. So I gotta cut back this like insulation or whatever you want to call that. And then I can get that welded on. Let's see. Also been working on the Chevelle a little bit here and there, getting that sanded. Found out that you have to pull these rear corners off to get the taillight lenses and this trim off of it, but it is nice and smooth. Found a few weird spots. There's a few weird spots that I'm going to go back over, but for the most part I'd say like half the car sanded and just about ready for primer. Got the rear quarters, the roof done, one door done, so I have to sand the other side. I want to get it in primer to be able to see the stuff that I can't feel with my hands. I'm debating on getting a new door here because there's like a weird spot at this front corner. So I was debating on getting a new door. I was also debating like how much do I really care? I feel like it's going to be one of those things like in the moment I'm like, whatever, it's kind of a beater. Let's just get it done, have fun with it. But then I think like, especially with the Skylark, like a month after it was painted, I was like, man, I wish I'd fixed all those stupid little dents. This side's not too bad. This side, especially that front fender, you can see how wavy it is. Also, it turns out front fenders for this car are very expensive. I thought about just ordering a new one and painting it, but can't do that. They're very expensive. The laser is back from getting its brakes all fixed. Shout out to Papatron. And then, just picked that thing up yesterday morning. So that, it was mostly like this is too good of a deal to pass up, I need to go get it. Like no matter what I do with it, I need to go get it. But that is a 2003 Chevy Express 3500. And it is two-wheel drive, and yes, it does have a 6.0, and yes, it does have a 4L80, and it does have paperwork with the replaced engine and rebuilt transmission. So that transmission has approximately 60,000 on it, 61,000 on it. The engine has roughly 120,000 on it, but it does start up. Drove it on the trailer, drove it over here to get it out of the way for now. And I'm basically thinking that I'm going to take pretty much everything from this, put it in that Ram truck. That's kind of the plan. I think I'm even going to swap this tank in there. Should be able to tuck it right under the deck there, and then whenever I build the bedsides, it'll be hidden in there. The wild thing about that van is it has 705,000 miles on it. But need to get things finished up, so we're back to work on the Mustang here. Gonna get the drive shaft knocked out, hopefully fairly quickly. And I don't actually have any transmission fluid to put in there right now. So I think we're just going to send it and hope for the best. So really the only things left on the Mustang are get the drive shaft made, a little bit more wiring. Is that it? Drive shaft and a little bit more wiring? Shifter's hooked up, cooling system's all done, turbo kit's all done. Yeah, I think it's just some wiring. So cool, I'm gonna get the drive shaft knocked out, get that back in the car. I need to find some bolts for it too, that sucks. Might have to run to the hardware store. And then I guess I'm gonna go through the wiring. So I'm gonna put the phone on the charger. We'll see you guys in a minute.
I think it's gonna start raining soon.
Got the drive shaft welded up, got that bolted in, dropped the car down, got the injectors plugged in. Had to use these dumb adapters, but it's all in, so that's all good now. Let's see, I've got to make a ground cable. Not sure if I want to run that to the motor or to the chassis. It's got solid mount, so it doesn't really matter. I might run it to the motor mount itself. We'll see. Should probably actually lift the car back up to do that, huh? So let's see, the main things left are wire up the fuel pump, which is the green wire off the harness. You guys can't hear me at all, can you? I got to make the ground cable off the battery, and I think this thing would be about ready to fire up, honestly. Need some fluids and everything. I got to wire the fans up still too. But fuel pump, fans, ground cable, fluids. That might be about it. All right, it's like 2 hours later. Rain finally quit. Got a bunch of stuff done on this. Let's see, we'll start at the back. Got the fuel pump wired up. You can kind of see the green wire there. Ran the ground to the chassis, just keeping it simple. Here you can see the drive shaft is in. I want to get like a, because this is like a carbon wrap sort of deal. And I don't want it to come off from unthreading, so I want to get like a black RTV and coat this where I cut it. And hopefully that does the trick. It might not. I don't know. Got that bolted in though. Brand new U-joint, like I said. Got some more of the wires ran. Got the main chassis ground going to this motor mount here. And then another one to the chassis there. We're looking pretty good. I did have to order a trans dipstick and an engine dipstick because I just completely forgot about those. Just out of sight, out of mind. So I think while we are waiting on things, I might cut probably half a coil off these rear springs to start with and see where that puts it. Because I'd like this thing to sit with the tire like dang near at, even if it was like an inch or so. Yeah, because that's out there a ways. So I might not be able to go as low as I'd like it to be because these rims don't have the right offset. I'd like it to not quite as low as the Skylark is because just the way this thing's going to work. But there's like, I'll drop it down and show you guys. See, that's quite a gap. So if we can get it, if we can drop it like 2 inches, then I think that'll probably be good enough. Oh, dang it. I forgot that the reason I still had it up on the hoist was because I need to wire up the fans still. I think the fans are the last like important thing that I need to wire up. I mean, obviously trans brake and line lock, but those aren't going to stop it from running and driving. Yeah, I think those are all that's left wiring wise. I think it'll be ground controlled, not by Major Tom this time, by the Holley. So I do got to lift it back up and do that. Oh, and then I also want to drill and tap that plug. Although that looks sloppy, so I don't know if an 1/8" plug will work in that. Yep, I was worried about that. I need a 90 anyway, I think, and then run that to a T, one side to the wastegate, one side to the fuel pressure regulator. All right, got pretty much everything wired up on the car except I think the switched 12-volt wire off the key. And that's just because I haven't wanted to roll the car off the hoist yet while I was doing everything else. Pump is wired, fans wired, injector plugs are adapted. I'm pretty sure on the Skylark, I'd have to actually check this, but I'm pretty sure I just have the output going straight to the ground side of the fan. I'm not running it through a relay. On this, I am ground triggering a relay. Right there. Just to give the fans a little bit more chance of living a happy life, you know? Give them the full battery power instead of just 12 volts. So, I got the engine and transmission dipsticks ordered. Those should be here in a couple days. We need to get fluids. We'll just run some water in the radiator for now. I meant to put some clamps on the lower hose while I had it up. We'll need a good battery for it. That one's junk, doesn't hold a charge. And then hook up that switch 12 volt wire that I was talking about, which I mean, for just testing, we can just hook that to the battery. Not a huge deal. Whip up a tune. Hopefully I've got a tune that I can go off of, even though it's a different setup than all of our others. Different cam, different turbo, different size engine, because like Jack's 5.3, that's 5.3, the ARC-7 was 5.3, Goldie Hawn was 5.3. I also never had it on a Holly. So that might take a second. And then, what is going on with my hose here? Okay, cool. I forgot to cut the rear springs while I had it up. That's not a big deal, but it is something I want to do, because it's a lot easier to get motivated to work on a car that looks badass. Then we might be able to fire this thing up. So hopefully the next video, we can hear this thing run. And if we hear this thing run, we should be able to pop it in gear and move it around. It's got good brakes. We got the drive shaft in it. How long that drive shaft's going to last, I don't know. Could be like the Skylark drive shaft that surprises us. I got a feeling this one's going to be out of balance though, because my welds are pretty ugly on it. But sick. Yeah. That's about all we got for today. Just gotta wait for stuff to show up. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, hopefully next time we can fire this thing up, move it around a little bit, and put some heat in it. That should be fun. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing, clicking that bell to get notifications. I'll see you guys next time.